Okay, here we go today in Stanley O'Hara Park in Clara for the Michael Dolan CCFL Div.1 Cup Final between Temple Villa and Gallen United. Villa match today is sponsored by Paul Ballon Roofing and Gallen by Flaherty Fuels. With me here today is Paul from Gallen, so hopefully we'll have a bit of crack and we'll keep you alive to what's going on.
Thanks, Brian. Thanks for the invite.
Yeah.
Delighted to join you.
So just before we go, lads, I think there is going to be a minute silence today for Mary Byrne. Mary's sister is Martina, is the Temple Villa Club Secretary, and brother of Ali, he's a senior player manager with Villa. And Anne's sister has also been part of the management team. Like the Nally family is huge in Temple Villa, and I've done many years working for the club. So Mary, rest in peace. But there will be a minute silence before the game. Just before that, I'll give you the two teams while they're just lining up here. The two teams. I start with Gallen. Number 1, Gino Slammin. Number 2, Lee Moore. Number 3, William Cummins. Number 4, Stephen Greer. Number 5, Bernard Corcoran. 7, Paddy Grennan. 6, Darren Callanan. Number 8, David Heffernan. Number 10, Ronan Cassidy. Number 9, Charlie Gibson. And 11 is Rian Power. The subs are 12, Barry Finnegan. 13, Colin Murray. 14, Gerard Daly. 15 is Ronan Green. 16, Sean Rosney. 17, Shane Guinan. 18, Liam Dunnigan. And 19, Lee Guinan, with manager Lee Ferry and coaches Colin Cooper. I'll just give you the Villa team now in a second, just before this minute silence. I'll give you the Villa team now. It's number 1, Paul Bannon. 2, Dean O'Neill. 3, Liam Flynn. 4, James Crowell. 5, Ben Moran. Number 6, Damien Rush. Number 7, Mark Gannon. Number 8, Kieran McNally. Number 9, Aaron O'Neill. 10, Benny McGuinness. And number 11, Darren Nugent. With the bench, Andy O'Sullivan, Ian McCormick, Donovan Hernbush, Nazar, Sean Brennan and Michael O. And the managers is Owen Fox with Damien Rush as assistant. And the officials today, lads, are Declan Moore as the ref, with linesman Sean Finn and Stephen Wolfe. So hopefully we have a good game today. I'll just hand you to Paul there for a minute now to say a few words you would like, Paul.
Yeah, thanks, Brian. We should have a cracking match today. We actually have the 2023 Club of the Year in Temple Villa against the 2023 Merit Club of the Year, Gallen United. So both teams have had a good, strong season. Gallen, a team in transition, bringing through a lot of younger players, and Temple Villa had a very strong season this year, winning the Div.1 and winning it quite comfortably. Only one loss all season for Temple Villa, and incidentally that was against Gallen in Temple Villa. So a good omen for Gallen before the game goes. It's a strong team.
Yeah.
So we'll have the minute silence now.
Silence now for Mary. Right, and just leading up to this, lads, I was saying the Div.1, Temple Villa are champions this year, with Gallen finishing 4th. But Gallen were in the Premier Division last year, have come through, and Temple Villa are the current holders of the Michael Dolan Cup. They beat Mowdow last year in the final, and leading into this year's final, Gallen have won conceded 2 goals. They drew 1-1 with Mullingar at Celtic in the first round, and won on penalties. They beat Longford Rovers 2-0 away, and in the semi-final they Gallen beat Highfield 2-1. And for Temple Villa, in the round 1, They beat Cartages after replay. They beat Cartages 5-1. In the quarter-final, they beat Walsh Island 5-1 in Walsh Island. And then in the semi-final last week, they beat Mullingar 6-5. Like, it looks like a 6-5 score, but it was actually 6-1, 6-2, and it got very dodgy near the end, but they came through. So hopefully we have two good sides today. The only game Templeville lost this year was at home against Gallen. So, and then as it turned out, the following week they played in Gallen and they won. So the back-to-back games, so it's 1-1 in games. So we should be ready to go now any second.
That semi-final must have been a cracker. I think Templeville thought they had it in the bag good and early, 6-1 scoreline. And
yeah, they made a few changes, Paul, as well. They made a few changes, but like Mullingar were never out of it. It was a good game. But we're ready to go now, and it's Gallen who have kick-off. Lovely day here in Clara, and fair dues to Joe Devine and the Clara club to have the pitch in fantastic condition, all around pitches all around are in great condition. Nice crowd here. I think there was a few people here at 12. The game was originally 12, but due to the funeral, it was moved to 2. But so hopefully we'll have a good day today.
Place is always in great order here in Clara. They have a great setup and they have great plans for the future as well. They have a big development getting ready to kick off here. So it's great to see it moving on in the CCFL. The club's building up their facilities.
So it's back now. So it's Aaron Neal now going forward for Templeville. The first play of the game. He's in good defending. Aaron does well on the right hand, the left hand side, across in. Cleared well, number 10. Roland Cassidy in the ball, knocks. And again, number 9, Charlie Gibson, who is actually, I think he's leading goal scorer for Gallen this year. And ball with Paul Bannon now. Ben Moore. James Crowell now coming out forward, knocks it long into Benny McGuinness's feet. Benny again. David Hefner on the ball for Aaron Neal again. He plays it through. Darren News has gone through. Oh, that was close.
I want to see VAR for that one.
Yeah, it was close. We might have a look at it here in the replay. We have the screen here beside us. You can't see it. No. But anyways, it's a Villa legend, Leslie Francis. He's flown the whole way from Tenerife to be here to give out to me. Lanzarote, he says, better again. Yeah, that was close, Paul.
Very tight.
Oh, that's from the keeper.
That's a risky one.
Number 3.
It's a good way to
now,
get possession straight back.
To be fair to the left full, there was a poor ball from the keeper. Actually, the wind has got up here. It's quite windy, and that ball was a difficult ball to him. To control. So now Dean O'Neill's on the ball for Templeville now, into Damien Rush. Oh, it's well done. James Crowell. Onto Ben Moore. Ben onto Liam Flynn in the left full position.
Villa are very confident and comfortable in possession, aren't they? To keep the ball very well at the back line. They're not afraid to keep it.
The mood. You see, it's like anything, Paul. If you move the ball quick, you move the ball quick and you know what you're doing. So Kieran McNally in the ball. He's doing well. Liam Flynn and Benny McGuinness. Benny's scored 2. Stephen Greer does the tidying up. Back to Aaron Neal again. Linesman again, flag up, he's offside. It was a good call, yeah. Benny was offside.
Benny's a great servant to the game.
Benny is great. Benny is great. He's very, very clever in that number 10 position. He's very, very clever, Paul. He gets his body over the ball, and like I do slag him about, he wins frees. But a lot of them, when he gets
he shields it well.
And there's only one way a defender can go through is to go through him. So now it's Gino Salmon the kick out for Gallen. Is a good ball. Charlie Gibson, good control. Liam Flynn. Now throw to Villa. Then they're on the left hand side. Damien Rush to Liam Flynn. Back to centre half. Ben Moore. James Crowell. James coming forward. Now Dean O'Neill in the right full position. He slows down straight away. Rian Power. Back to Paul Bannon. The surface seems very, very. It's hard, Paul, isn't it? The surface, the ball is bouncing a bit.
Like it's
very high weather. It's a lovely pitch,
but there's nothing they can do.
Nothing, no. It's just the weather. It is. So everything, and that wind is blowing. I think the wind is actually blowing, helping Gallen at the moment. Is blowing right to left. So He's Damien Rush. On to Dean O'Neill. Mark Gallen's first touch, good ball. Kieran McNally. Dean does well. Damien Rush. Oh, a free kick. Oh, that could have went either way now.
I think the follow through cost him.
Yeah. I think he was unlucky there. Ronan Cassidy. I think, you know, it looked like Kieran McNally was, you know, maybe caught him first, but Ronan did actually follow through. So there was no harm in it. It was just a fair tackle, but he did, you know. And sometimes he who shouts the loudest will get the free, and Mackers did make a bit of a meal of it. But here we go, Damien Rush. Another great servant to football in the Midlands, Damien Rush. There's Dean O'Neill. Damien, he's fouled at number 3. William Commons. So free kick to Villa now in a dangerous position. Down the right hand side. Almost at the corner flag. But Villa have been good. Villa have been good at free kicks this year, Paul. The likes of Ben Moore and Liam Flynn, they're big lads.
Yeah, they have a big team.
You know, they're a big team. Now Gallen have big defenders as well, but it's a poor ball in from Benny. A low ball in from Benny, not one of his best, and the keeper did well, to be fair.
Well, one thing Gino will do is he'll call for it anyway, you'll hear him.
Oh, yeah. There's a good throw out there as well. Charlie Gilson over the top. Onto Rian Power. Paul Bannon did well. In the middle of the park, Kieran McNally does well. It's Darren Nugent. He's closed down. Aaron Neal on the right hand side, left hand side. There's a poor ball from Aaron. Ben Moore, but they have it again. Damien Rush. Damien will do that all day. He'll pick those loose balls up and he'll just play the ball all day. We was caught after the ball there. Now that's twice from Ronan in the space of a few minutes. Now I say he could be on the ref's radar now. That was, you know. But it's a good lively start, Paul, isn't it?
I think Gallen look happy enough to leave.
Yeah, they do.
Possession
they
and
do,
sit back
yeah.
in.
They do. And they did. Like I know, I saw that in Temple Villa when Gallen beat Villa. Like the only game Villa lost here was at home against Gallen, and that's what happened. They defended very well, Gallen, that day.
Yeah.
Villa didn't score with a couple of chances, but Gallen defended well. But they took their chances. I think it was Charlie Gilson scored twice that day, and they did very well. I think Rian Power, or he might have scored twice. I know they were the scorers, but I think it was 3-0. But Gallen defended very well that day.
Well, I think Gallen are aware of Temple Villa's strengths, and they're quite happy to sit back for the first 10-15 minutes and make sure we don't concede early. But giving away free kicks like this,
a lot of free kicks in dangerous positions now as well. So you know, and
I don't see Benny making a mistake twice in a row from a dead ball.
No. Now whether Benny, like just on that last one as well, like normally you'd have Ben Moore and be around at the back post, but Ben made a run to the near post that time. Maybe Benny was trying to just get a sneaky ball into the near post, you know. But normally he's very accurate with frees, you know. So no, but I think that Gallen are very deep. They're very deep, aren't they? They're right in on top of the keeper there. There's a much better ball in. The goal down keeper did well. And Damien Rush saw the kick out. Yeah. I thought that the keeper did very well. Gina Salmon there coming the ball, but I thought his defence were very, very deep on top of him there. Didn't give him much room.
No, I don't think. In fairness to Gino, he's a long time in the goals.
Yeah.
They know what they get with Gino. If it's inside that 6-yard box, he'll come. But I don't think he comes much further than that.
Yeah. But I think what will be a big thing. That was poor there from
Bernard Corcoran.
Bernard Corcoran, yeah. Rushy, unlucky. Gino, Mark Gallen did very well there from that poor effort from Bernard Corcoran, and Rushy just ball bobbled and put it over the top. But I think what's going to be important today, Paul, as well, is that the pitch is, even though it's a good surface, but it's a hard ground. And I think, you know, tiredness will come into it at the end because it's very, even though there's a bit of a breeze, it's very hot. You know, it's very hot and it'll energy. It's a sapping day out there for energy, you know. So
I'll give a quick shout out to our chairman there while we're on a break. He's away on his holidays. We haven't won a game all season when Ewan attended the game, so as a club we decided when the fixtures came out we'd send him off to Corfu for a few days to make sure he wasn't here watching it. Yeah,
it was a bit of a tip around, but hopefully it'll be on live on stream, so hopefully he might be watching.
I'm sure he'll have a glass of cold water in front of him at this stage.
Good. It's a poor ball in. Benjamin now, Aaron Neal 1-on-1. Keeper's coming. Keeper's coming. Did well,
man.
very well. Keeper did very well there. You know, as you were saying there, Paul, about the keeper, he was very good. His position there is very good. You know.
He's a long time there.
Yeah, he knows. Yeah.
He should be very familiar with the surface here in Clara.
Exactly.
He is a Clara man, of course.
Oh, well
living
then.
in Verban now.
Once you then. Yeah, the bounce of the ball is causing problems for both teams. Benny sees it on there. Oh, the two defenders. There was no call, and that was poor. Aaron Neal's in again. The number 5 is caught again, is he? No. There's Benny McGuinness in the far post. Good header. But
Well
number
up,
5 it's just knocked it back out. Mark Gallen squares it in. Damien Rush. It's done well. Darren Connolly a ball over the top. Darren Cullinan a ball over the top for Rian Power, but he was never getting that, you know. He was never getting that. Yeah. But you're right, Paul. There's sort of a trend. Gallen are happy for Villa to have the ball around the middle, and they're just closing them down and doing well closing them down, you know. That's a throw into Gallen and William Commons. Leslie Francis has gone running after a ball there. What's this for a touch? Look at that. He never lost it, Leslie. Throw into the box by Gallen. Kick out.
I think Gallen will be quite happy for long kickouts with Darren Cullinan and Bernard Corcoran to beat them in the
Yeah,
air.
they're big lads. Yeah,
that way. It doesn't seem to be their game.
Well, they don't, because, like, if you look at the Villa lads up top, like Aaron and Benny, you know, they wouldn't be the biggest of lads. They're very good on the ground with the ball at their feet.
Yeah.
But you know, so the 4 defenders there for centre halves for Gallen will be happy enough to clear. They're big lads. Hey, David Heffernan on the edge of the box. Still on it. David Heffernan goes wide to, I think it's Lee Moore in the right full position. He's back into David Heffernan, back to Moore again. This is better now from Gallen. They're knocking the ball around. Unlucky there. I tell you, the bounce of the ball again. The pace of the pitch seems to be catching them both sides there, Paul, you know.
It does, yeah.
Yeah. So
I think anyone with any balls over the top is going to need a bit of backspin.
well, that's it, yeah. They're going to have something, yeah. Or maybe the wind hold it up or something, you know. But it's definitely running through. The first bounce is catching them, you know. They're throwing to Villa now. It's Kieran McNally. Back to Liam Flynn. Throwing again. Back to Ben Moore. Liam Flynn again in the left full position. Liam has been very consistent all year. He's been very good in that position, left full. Aaron Neal and Kieran McNally again in the centre on the ball. I think it's with Darren Nugent. Back to Liam Flynn again. He's under pressure by...
Oh, he's done really well there.
Yeah, he done well, yeah. I think the ref let advantage go there. So
he
now
did,
we have...
well, yeah.
I did well, yeah. James Crowell in the centre half position now. Looking. No. And there was a ball from Mark Gallen over the top. It's a one-on-one with William Commons. And Mark did well. He closed him well. There's Dean O'Neill on the right full position. Benny. Excellent ball. Oh, Mark never stopped. Yeah, he's given a free. Ooh. Yeah.
I think Darren just blocked the run off.
Yeah, he did, yeah. But it was... listen, you see them giving, you see them not giving. But I suppose he did just, you know... But now, like, Villa have had 3 or 4 frees in dangerous position. They haven't really. They've only worked Gina Salmon once. They've only one ball in where he came and punched it. So, you know, you're gonna have to, if you're getting free kicks against teams, you're gonna have to make them pay.
As hard as that.
Yeah, you're gonna make it pay. You know,
these chances.
Yeah, but I fancy I see now, like James Crowell at the back post. Now there's Reen Power, a good young player, and a good long ball down. Dean O'Neill is covering. He's seeing it out.
That's going to be the trouble all day, isn't it?
That's it, a true ball, especially with the wind.
Yeah.
The wind behind Gallen, the ball like that is just gathering pace on the hard pitch. So now Paul Bannon back to Ben Moore in the left full position. Oh, Ben, so he did well. He was lucky, fair juice to Charlie Gilson. He put him under pressure there. Now Darren Nugent down the middle, inside. Poor ball.
Oh, that's
Here
loose.
Cullen
That's
as well,
loose.
yeah. Now Dean is on the right. Dean, Mark Gallen. Yeah, left full does well. William Commons there. William's getting seen plenty of the ball in the left full position. There's Dean O'Neill now, right at the corner flag. Crossover, a bit much in that one. Now with Paddy Grennan. Paddy Grennan on the ball now. He's good pace. And they're opening Villa up here. There's a good ball on there. Liam Flynn does well again. Yeah. Kieran McNally's closing down. I think it was Darren Cullinan. Oh no,
No free for that one.
No free, and it looked like, yeah, that could have been given. Now he seemed to catch. Macra seemed to catch what's his name, number Darren Cullinan from behind there. So back to Liam Flynn in the left full position down the line. No pressure. Stephen Greer just clears it long again down the line. Ben Moran. Aaron's time and pace on the ball. Kieran McNally, Benny McGuinness all day long. Oh yeah, he's off. Yeah, he was off
Good
there.
line
Yeah,
from
good. Yeah. William Collins was good there as well on the left full. Like Mark Anna made a run there on the right hand wing, and William Collins could have went back with him, and Darren would have been onside there. But fair juice to William here in the left full position. He held, he never moved. So it was off. The linesman got spot on there. He was off.
William's father is Liam Taylor, long serving a Gallen. I think if William did follow him, he'd get an earful from Liam.
Oh, right.
Liam was an incredible centre half for Gallen.
Was
Won
he?
Shearer
Yeah.
Cup with us
Great,
and all.
yeah. Brilliant. Now Cork ball over the top. Yeah, it's a good header by James Crohill there. So Gallen throwing now at the edge of the Villa box. So I'm just looking across. Yeah, they've 1, 2, 5, 6 players forward. So have a chance to get across into the box here now. The long throws into the box. Damien Rush with Kieran McNally. Oh, Kieran as well. Now we have Benny McGuinness. They throw in. Throw in again. And it's the William Commons again. Down the line. It's a good throw from here. It's David Heffernan. Does well, kept possession, the ball over the top. Dean gets a touch on it back to Paul Bannon.
15 minutes gone. I think both teams will be quite happy.
Yeah,
There's no real open chances for either side yet.
No, like the keeper hasn't really been worked. Gina made one. Oh, ball coming to me. Whoa, that was a good touch. Gina had one save to make him a free kick, but other than that, the keeper hasn't. None of the keepers have really had anything to do. Aaron Neal. David Heffernan, he did very well. Ben Moran comes across, but that's very well there from David Heffernan.
Gallen mightn't get many chances like that.
Yeah.
Fly with that wind.
And the thing about it is that on that ground as well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Go anywhere.
On the thing, there's Benny now keeping control of the ball, body over the ball and getting us free. But you're right, Paul. There, like I having no shot on that ground. You know, with that wind and the hard ground.
Oh, he's caught.
Now it's Mark Cannon on the ball across in. Oh, Aaron Neal, what a chance for Temple Villa. Calls it Darren Nugent. Darren finishes. Yes!
Oh,
excellent goal.
The flag is up.
He's given off.
The flag is up.
He's given Aaron Neal offside.
Keeper,
yeah, maybe even though the ball was in the far corner. But yeah, if you can, just to see. We're going to look at it here in the replay. We'll see, Darren.
I think the keeper would be expecting to save that, and maybe the man in front of him may have just put him off.
Maybe, yeah, we can't really see, but I know Darren. The ball went to it was a good finish for Darren, but like Aaron wasn't an off by position, so it's one of those, you get some of them, but here's Benny again. Benny, it was a poor ball from Benny. Vernon Corcoran as well again. He's having a solid game.
He is.
Number 6. It's Darren Cullinan. He's solid there in the centre. He's playing.
Darren's one of very few who focus on one sport only. He hasn't
Is he?
played GAA,
Yeah,
he's soccer only.
yeah. And like
Done his underage with St Francis, got some good coaching.
oh,
And came back
brilliant!
to
Yeah,
Gallen
yeah.
then
But
got out of it.
like Ferban would be a great GAA town
It
as
is
well.
good,
I know
yeah.
it's a great soccer town with Ferban and Gallen and all, but I remember there was great county players with Ferban. You know, I remember Pat Doyle and Ray Loughlin, Kay Kenny, and of course the Lowrys. I was unlucky there again.
That's a good passage of play from Gallen. Keep
Yeah,
the ball a
yeah,
little
they're
bit more
keeping the ball.
confident.
They're getting more into the game now, and they're
Yeah.
going forward. As you said there, Paul, like Villa are getting on the ball and they're playing around, but Gallen are happy. They're soaking up the pressure, and they are attacking. When it's time to attack, they will attack. You know. That's back to the keeper again. Oh, you got to control that. Oh, he did well. Very confident keeper, Paul.
He is.
Yeah,
he is.
yeah, he's
Says a
good.
long
His
time
touch.
there.
Yeah, he knows. Yeah, he's definitely confident. Now it's Aaron Neal again on the ball. Kieran McNally. Darren Hughes makes a run the right hand side. No, it's the wrong ball by Kieran. I think the ball there was Darren Nugent on the left, but as I said, like Gallen are pressing high, and they're forcing Villa into those kind of longish passes, you know. So
One thing Ryan Power has in spades is pace.
pace, yeah, he is.
Never catching
Yeah,
that one, unfortunately.
yeah. But I was chatting to one of the lads this morning. He's actually a Villa player from back in the day, and he was telling me he had great times. Remember playing Gallen the first time Gallen played in the league in the Premier Counties in 1976. And I asked him, he's down at Port Geigo, Legend in Temple Villa, and he's down at the horse sales at the moment in Clifton, and he was able to name the Gallen team from 1976. I had to look it up, but he told me about all the Healys, the Guinans, Paddy Podge, Dunnigan, you know, Kevin Healy, all these lads. So as you say, they've a good history, Paul, you know, in...
We had for
With-
Town back in the day, and
Yeah.
the Lowrys played and things. but,
Yeah. No, game slow down again. It was James Crowell goes long, ball over the top of Darren Nugent. Darren could get on this. Good duel, the defender as well.
That's Lee Moore over there. He
Lee
did well.
Moore, yeah, he did
It's
well,
Lee's
yeah.
first season with a senior team.
Yeah, a young lad is he?
He is.
Yeah,
and
he's
in
lively.
Offaly minors and,
Oh, is he?
and
Yeah,
probably
yeah.
be Offaly 20s next year. We
Yeah,
could lose him to
yeah.
that, but he's been
Yeah.
a huge addition this year.
Yeah.
Great pace, good feet,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
he's not afraid to put himself about for a young lad. In fairness,
No,
to him.
that's good. Yeah. Well, you see, you'll see what'll happen as well, Paul. A lot of the young lads are playing Gaelic and they're playing under 20s, and then when the 20s are finished, you know, they come back and play, you know. But as you said, the likes of is it Darren Cullinan is a one sport
Yes,
man? As
yeah.
you said, he just
That's it, yeah.
one, you know.
That's one too many
Yeah,
fouls
yeah,
for Charlie
yeah,
Gilson.
yeah.
And now
See,
the referee's had enough. He's pulled the yellow card for him.
Yeah. Is it for Charlie?
is,
Is it
yeah.
Charlie? Yeah. Well, I suppose I suppose that's a build-up of
It is,
foul.
yeah, more
And it
so
was
than
always
foul.
going to like the next guy was going to get booked. You know,
Yeah.
that sort of way. Just, you know, so. But I don't think there's nothing malicious. None of the tackles, you know, there haven't been any sort of. Darren Nugent's in on the left-hand side. Linesman again.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think Gallen will be happy.
I do, yeah. I don't think Temple will be very happy with the linesman on this side.
Yeah.
Flag has gone
They'll
up.
time one of them right those before the
Ah,
game
yeah,
is over.
yeah,
That's where the
yeah,
chances will come.
yeah. Right, the ball is back again with Paul Van. That was another case there. A ball just hit me too long with the hard surface and the wind. It rolled straight through to Paul. Now we have. I don't know. That was a kind of a poor ball, but Mark Gallen could make a good ball out of it. Or throw in the corner. Yeah, he's a throw in the corner, but the pace is dying off a bit now. You know.
It would do with that heat.
A
To
little
get it
bit
very
of
hard to
heat.
keep it
Yeah,
going,
yeah. Like lads aren't. Ryan Power, another good ball out. Yeah, there's a ball over the top. Charlie Gilson now is 1-on-1 now with James Crowell if he keeps it in.
He's done well.
Yeah, he's done well.
He's done
Corner
really well
ball.
to get a
I
corner
think.
out of that. Yeah, well done, Charlie.
Yeah, I think this is the first corner. It's the first corner ball for
It is, yeah.
Gallen. Yeah. So we'll see now. The big lads are going forward. Stephen Greer, he's going forward, and as is
Bernard Corcoran.
Bernard Corcoran. Yeah. Number 5, another good Bernard Corcoran, big lad going forward as well. So, and the wind happening. This ball, this could sail on the wind now. You know. Temple Villa, and look, I'm just looking at the Temple Villa line. Like Temple Villa, definitely on the line, they're a lot smaller than there's a good ball in, a good corner ball in. Wide ball.
Chance.
Chance at the back post, yeah. Goal kick, yeah. But that was a chance. That was a free header.
Referee's giving him a water break. That's a sign of how warm it
Is
is.
it?
You don't see
Yeah,
it very
yeah,
often in
yeah. You don't
CCFL.
see it very often, yeah. But no, it is quite warm, I suppose, yeah. So, but no, it's an even game, Paul. So far, both sides are, there haven't been any real clear-cut chances, So.
That's Gallen's
But
best chance.
yeah,
First
yeah,
real
that
attempt
was.
on goal,
But it was the first real cross, the good ball to put in. But I think that David Hefner had a chance when he carried the ball well, and any outside the box, I'd be kind of hitting it just because Paul hasn't had a shot yet. So like the ball is that ball is bouncing kind of on that surface, is bouncing hard. So, but no, it's an even Steven game so far now. But I think as the game settled down and maybe later on, teams will make a mistake or two, but you have to capitalise on that then. Teams have to, you know. But the two evenly match sides, can go either way. As I say, from the league table, Temperville were champions, but Gallen were in fourth position. They were battling with Highfield and Coleraine for the second spot all year. So.
Well, in fairness, the manager Lee Feary, he came in this year, and it was, as I said at the start, it was a year of transition for Gallen.
Yeah.
To bring through a lot of younger players.
Of course,
a lot of the senior lads left.
Yeah.
And Lee took a season to play everybody. Everybody
Well,
got
that's
fair
the only
game
way.
time. He rotated goalkeepers and centre backs.
Well, that's the way. You're going to get. You're going to see the young lads come through. Who's good enough, who's not, and you kind of say, right, we'll take a year out and we'll see how it goes and whatever, because they were in the top division, you know what I mean. And maybe if there's some lads that were good players with Gallen down to years, but coming near the end and not, there's a lot of commitment playing. So young lads coming through and they're eager to play, so you give them a chance.
Well, we had a 17s team and a 19s team last year, but we don't have them this year. So it was important that we brought those younger players through and kept them getting football if they didn't go away.
But what is important as well, and I see there with Gallen United, just looking at the site about just while there's a break, we'll mention it, the Gallen United Street Leagues.
Yes.
Players registered individually and then they're filed into categories, age, gender. All teams are fair and even. Players born between 2013 and 15 from all the clubs are invited to enter, and it's a great tournament. Players are active all over the summer and they're making new friends. Games are played on a Sunday evening and the link is on the Gallen page. But that's the way, Paul, getting young lads through, getting them into the club at that age, young lads.
The Street League was something that was ran when I was a child, and it stopped, and I decided to bring it back last year. But we could see it in August when the kids came back to pre-season. You could see who played the Street League.
Yeah.
There was just that little bit of rustiness that's normally there in August wasn't there for the kids. So it was a great to do it, but it's important to keep them playing ball.
But you see as well, like the facilities now at Gallen, the pitch, you know what I mean, the whole thing is good. You have the teams from under 8 to senior, and a lot of the players representing the MSL and the Gainer Cup, boys and girls. So that's the whole idea. These street leagues, playing in your own age group, making new friends, and then you kind of stay with the club. Now here we go again with
Davy Heffernan.
He did well. Aaron Neal and the ball. He plays ball over the top for lean full.
That run is just that yard too early.
Like that's a lot of they've been caught in, and it's all been caught in the same down the left hand side. So it's a ball over the top. Ben Moran does very well. He does well. I think that's Charlie Gilson in the right as well. He's on the ball again. He's a good player, lively player. Oh, could have went anywhere, and he's in. Oh, he did well. He did well. James Crowell did well. I think that was Charlie Gilson again, Paul, going through. He's very lively. I think he was the leading scorer this year with Gallen.
He was another one of our 19s players.
Yeah, I think he had 9 goals and Ring and Power had 7. So he knows how to score. They're two good lively lads. Oh, top. Oh, the ball over the top. Dean O'Neill. That's in the corner. Yeah. Templeville ball, a corner, throwing in their own corner now, and Gallen are pressing high. They'll keep them in. This is tough now to get out with the wind as well. So, like in the last period of Gallen are definitely getting a bit of the edge, Paul. They're growing in confidence. They've come into the game and they're
they've kept the ball. Out at our end.
Yeah.
It's a key thing for the first 15-20 minutes.
They are growing. The defenders are doing well now. So it's a throw in. Ben Moran as well, a good header. Back again, William Commons on the left-hand side is a goal kick. He's unlucky.
Defender back there.
He did. Dean O'Neill is a good young defender. Yeah, he's been very good. Been excellent young defender. He's been with Villa since he's under 8s. He's come right through. He's in college this year in Limerick, but he's been right through the whole age group at Temple Villa, which is great. Dean's on the ball again. Pressure now from Ben Moore in centre half, knocks it now in. Liam Flynn in the left full position. Closed down, did well.
That's the difficulty with this pitch.
Yeah, Paddy Grennan. That's Paddy Grennan close. You see your touch, if your touch isn't right, you know. But like Paddy Grennan could have held back there and Dean would control the ball and go. So he did well to close him down. Throw the box a bit too much on it again, yeah.
A good season for Temple Villa underage this year.
They're brilliant, yeah. The under 12 and the under girls won. The under 14 girls had a great win yesterday. They beat Birr in the FAI regional final. You know, so I think they've won. Under 19s had a very good season. They won the under 17s last year, and there was no under 18, so they went in under 19 second here, and doing very well in that. So here we go, Aaron O'Neill. Yeah, Tampa Villa ball. So Dean O'Neill, Mark Gallen. Good pressure. Now Mark Gannon on the right hand side. Mark is doing very well this year for Temple, doing it well. Yeah, like Gallen aren't taking any chances, Paul. Like when they're doing what when the ball is there to be cleared, they're clearing it. They're not messing about in the box, they're not taking a chance. Yeah, and as well as that, they're right, because the ground is sort of, the bounce of the ball. So you just clear your lines and that's tight in there now. It's kind of bit untidy there, but they're cleared their lines. Reen Power on the ball in the left-hand position. Back to Charlie Gilson. He loses it. Croxy, did well. Throwing again. It's a bit untidy there the last few minutes, Paul, in the corner. Just a bit scrappy, but I suppose it's come, what's it gone, 20, 25 minutes? 30 minutes gone, so it's, but it's been very tight. So throwing again for Temple Villa in on the right wing. And Gallen have everyone back except that was
Ronan Cassidy. Just
head down or put up. It was kind of one of those,
I think it's a free and not the Moors.
Yeah.
He came in from behind. He didn't see him.
Yeah, but it was one of those. Like the ball was there, and Rushy's not the type of player. No. He wouldn't. But like the ball was there for Rushy. But I think Ronan, he was brave there, but he did put his head down, so you couldn't really fault Rushy there. The ball was there to be run, he was just unlucky with the contact.
I'll give a shout out to our last year's manager watching from a hospital bed. Martin Daly had his hip replaced during the week.
Good man, Martin. Yeah, so, hopefully all good. So he's good. Yeah.
Martin was our captain the year we won this year in Cup final, and he was the captain who won the league with the Div.1 title 2 years ago. With
brilliant. Yeah.
So he was with under 12s this year, and he's gone in to get the hip done.
So he's still involved with the club, Paul.
He's still involved. With the 12s, yeah.
Brilliant. Well, that's important. You players like that who give a lot to the club, and they don't, they stay involved, they stay coaching the young lads coming through, because they know what it's all about. Yeah. They know how to coach teams, and they know how to.
Martin, he was in pain all year. He still showed up.
Yeah. Well, that's huge commitment. You know what I mean?
He mightn't be as cross when he comes back. Maybe. He won't be as much pain.
Yeah. And a free kick. Charlie Gilson take now. Kieran Rush. Darren Nugent. The ball is up. See, the bounce of the ball is catching them. Benny McGuinness on the ball again. Rushy, referee. The ball over the top for Aaron O'Neill. Gino's there again. Keeper does well again. Benny McGuinness. Done well. Reen Power does very well there again. That's a good ball. No, he's on. He's on there. He was definitely on, but there's no. He's on his own. Aaron pulls it back. Benny, corner did well. William Commons as well there again, covering. Aaron was good there on the pace.
Won't need many of them chances now.
No. Well, see, that's a couple of had coming down the lines, Paul. You know what I mean? And the kind of the law of averages. They're going to get some chance.
They won't be offside every time.
And especially like that, when you're coming in a position like that, and the bounce of the ball, and your defender's running back towards the keeper, a deflection, anything can happen. The keeper's there on his line, he can't move. So a low ball in like that, like that deflected now by William Collins, that could have went anywhere. That's it. Corner in now.
Ryan will open the legs now. Benny won't
This
catch
fella
it.
is very pacey. Reen Power, very good. Coming inside. He's still on it, in the box. Still has it. Now,
Good effort.
good effort. Yeah, it's shot on target. That's nearly the first shot on target, Paul,
It is,
for
that's
both
the first-
sides, you know what I
first save
mean?
from the keeper.
And that's from David Heffernan. But I think the first real shot, now, obviously Paul didn't have too much to do, but still it was on target, you know. Damien Rush again. Plays clever to Ben Moran. Ben is another one of these centre halves, a no-nonsense centre half. He just gets the job done and does it, you know what I mean?
There's a time to play ball and there's a time to clear.
Ah, well, that's it. Like, you're defending. I remember the guy, Jackie Quinn, when I was playing with Lawn and played with Lawn years ago, he'd say, you're there to defend, you do your job, you defend, and you give it to the guys who can play. You know, if you're a defender, you know, that's your job, defend. Was doing well.
Charlie just has to be a little bit careful in the tackle. He's not able
He
to
did,
win as hard as
oh
he might
yeah,
like now with the yellow card.
he's on a yellow card as well, yeah. And it doesn't take much.
No.
You know what I mean? A kind of a harmless tackle, and all of a sudden he just times it late, and you give you see, you don't want to give the referee an option or a choice, you know. Now I love, like, he's fully enthusiastic and he's great, you know, running, but sometimes you just have to hold it a bit. There's a ball over the top, Aaron O'Neill. He's doing very well, Bernard Corcoran in centre half,
great
isn't
to
he?
have him
Yeah.
back this season. We
But I
lost
mean,
Bernard
like,
to GA, but we got him back this season.
Now Damien Rush has gone through into the box again, back out to Darren Nugent. Darren
Lovely
across in
cross.
at the back post, keeper
Well
as
done,
well
Gino.
again, Gino, yeah. Just clears his line, but that was a good ball in, that was a good move. Good move from Temple Villa.
That's the first time Damien Rush has made the run in behind.
Yeah, he's running behind. And
quite happy to sit here and run the show,
yeah.
but the running behind.
Yeah. But I can imagine now that Damien will get, like, the lads will get maybe 50, 60 minutes out of Damien, you know. And
well, him and Benny seem to have switched a bit. Benny's dropped back out on the hole, and Damien's prepared to push forward now.
There's Mark Gallen, edge of the box with Aaron O'Neill. It's going to line it up now, defending well again. There's Benny. Oh, no contact. Charlie doing well. Ben Moran as well doing well. But that's a good ball.
Header, Darren.
That's a good. Your ball. Yeah.
Gallen's working hard in that middle to close things down for them.
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
The only joy Temple Villa is getting is kind of bringing it out.
Yeah, but you'd wonder, like, with both teams, like Gallen do a lot of pressing, they're doing, and they're, you know, like, on a day like today, will it take its toll late in the game? You know, guys, they're putting in a huge effort. Oh, that was a bit.
Done well to escape a yellow there.
He was a bit late there coming through. Yeah. Who's that? That's Lee Moore, was
Moore,
it?
yeah.
Lee Moore. See, the young lads, good, enthusiastic young lads, but you know what I mean? So some of the old, like Darren is another guy now. Darren has been, you know, played with Willow for years and won all the stuff with Willow, like himself and Mackers and Benny and Rushy. So Darren is a long time going. Darren is 40, you know, so that's a good ball. No. Does well. No. It's good pressure again by Gallen. Good pressure. Willow or Temple Villa have nowhere to go. He's off. Yeah, he's off. Yeah. But
next season will be a good test for Temple Villa.
Yeah.
I think the Division 1's the pace of it suited a lot of the guys, Damien and Benny, who've played at the top level for a long time.
They did, yeah. Interesting. Like, they played a few games this year, cup matches. They played Willow and they played Peters and things like that, and they're you know, thereabouts in the games. But they need, like, it's a big step up. But like, as I said, they were very good under 19s team this year. They're all under 17 last year and under 9. But they need to be bringing a few lads through onto the B team and getting them ready, because I'd imagine next year that could have been a free there against Liam Flynn. It's getting kind of scrappy now. Dean O'Neill. I don't think Bernard Corcoran has missed a ball all game, Paul. You know. That was Mark Gannon. Now Damien Rush in the middle of the park. The ball over the top for Mark Gannon. It's a 1-on-1 with Paddy Gunlan across into the box. He did well again. He's cleared everything. Bernard Corcoran has cleared everything that's coming into the box. Now it's a throw into Temple Villa down the right hand side. I think it's Dean O'Neill. Gallen have everyone back for this, in front. So Kieran McNally, a good cross to the back post. This could, he did well. Did very well. The Paddy Grennan, the number 7, is putting in a huge amount of work.
One thing with Paddy, he will work as hard
Yeah,
as he
yeah,
can
he
for as
is.
long as he can.
He's back.
He'll put a shift in.
Yeah, he's up and down there like that. He won that header out of the box, and he was the first guy to press Flinner then on the far side. So he's doing well. So now there must be what
40 gone.
40 gone. So last 5 in the first half, and even Stephen game. So mistake. Oh, yeah. The referee changed that decision. The linesman gave it, yeah. But actually, it did. I think it did. It came off. It came off. Reen Power, That ball is out. Still in play. Dean O'Neill in the corner, throwing again to Villa. So we're coming up to half time now, and Temple Villa on the attack again. But Gallen of all players back again. They'll defend like this all day, and they'll, That was blocked by. Right. Throwing again to Temple Villa on the right hand side. Back. Now Ben Moran knocks it inside to Benny. Liam Flynn, terrible ball by Benny. Terrible ball. He did well again, Paddy. I tell you that I just noticed he's huge effort for that Paddy Grennan. He's non-stop running. Yeah, but it was a poor ball from Benny. He didn't give
just
Flynn.
A little bit loose, yeah.
Just didn't give Flynn. Liam Flynn much chance to run onto the ball. Now Aaron Neal back to Liam Flynn again. Back to the keeper now. Gino will take his time. The ball. Well done by Crowell, James Crowell there. Liam Flynn. No.
Well done, Darren.
Darren Cullinan, doing well, yeah. Kieran McNally did well there, under pressure from Charlie Gilson again. Ben Moran playing out from Temple Villa now, starting again at the back. Knocked to Aaron Neal's feet. Good touch. Oh, he's in. Benny is in. But he's pace. He's never going to get there. Yeah. Once again, defender Bern Corcoran has done very well. I think Benny, the legs just couldn't carry him. But Damien Rush is at the heart of everything in the middle of the park for Temple Villa there, Here's Darren Nugent down the left wing now. Darren cuts inside. Doing well. Defender does well. Damien Rush again. Back to Darren Nugent. Darren does well. 1-2. Good ball in. Dean O'Neill. The defender did very well. I think it was Reen Power again, was it? Yeah, that was at the left winger. Reen Power did very well getting back there. Damien Rush. Back to Paul Bannon again. Should start again here with James Crowell.
Come on, Kerry, come on.
See James on the ball. There's no pressure on James now as he carries the ball into the Gallen half. He plays the ball over the top. Dean O'Neill is gone. Darren Neal is in. His ball plays it out. Poor ball. Is he offside?
Flag is up again.
Yeah.
We've just been informed here Charlie Gilson's sister is out in Dubai watching us online.
Lovely.
We'll give her a shout out.
I hope it's raining. But it's great. It's great, yeah. But Charlie, you should be proud of Charlie there now. He's putting in a huge effort. So he's doing very well.
2 minutes to go to the half.
Half
Gallen
time.
will be looking forward to that whistle.
Yeah, they will, yeah. Absolutely. But as the game went on, Paul, they kind of grew into it and they had a few chances. Yeah, that's just a Gallen ball. Oh, that looked like a Gallen ball. Anyways, it was close. James Crowell under pressure straight there by Charlie Gilson again. Goal kick. But he hasn't given up on any ball, Charlie Gilson. He's chased himself, as I said, himself and Paddy Grennan, number 7, have chased everything down. You know, the close and the young right full that Lee Moore has done very well. He's put pressure because Darren Newton's a very clever player, very clever winger, and Lee hasn't given much room at all. No, he did well. Darren Nugent again on the ball. David Heffernan is a ball through ball. No, it's a bit too much on it. Yeah, they beat Maudu last year in the final, Paul, in Willow Park. So
many of this squad here from last year's final?
The majority, except we'll see Ben Moore. I don't think Ben centre half wasn't playing, nor Mark Gannon. Mark came this year from Monksland. The rest of them were all played. They all played in the final. Yeah, they all played. It's basically the same team, and there's a couple of young lads on the bench now. There's a young lad on the bench, Paul, Michael Okapea is his name, but he's only 19, but he's very, very skillful, very big, tall, very good, very tidy. And another lad as well, there's a Nazar in the centre, very, very good left-footed player, tidy player. No, I think he wasn't. Aaron Neal is in. It was a good ball from Darren Nugent. Aaron is in. The 2 in the box. Oh, it's a great save again. Great save. There's Darren Nugent.
Well done, Davy.
Yeah.
This has been a good outlet for Gallen out to the
out
each time. He's good legs.
Yeah. Yeah, and that young David Heffernan, he's a young lad as well, Paul.
He's one of last year's 19.
Yeah, he's done very well. He's lively too, you know. So Aaron Neal and the ball, the cross wide, no thinner. But couple of chances Templeville are making on down the flanks, but the final ball is killing them, you know. But it's been a very close, even game. You know, it's either going to take something spectacular now because there hasn't been any clear-cut chances. No. So somebody's going to have to do something, to do it.
Because Gallen will be the happier at half time. I think the game plan was to try and keep them shut out to half time. Well, still be in the game.
And they've done that. And the thing about it is, even though they're under pressure, the defence is casual. They're not. You know what I mean? They're calm. They're not doing anything. They're clearing their lines. You know. And they're happy to do that. Let the ball comes back in, and they're confident enough to clear the lines. And as you said, then with Gino behind, the keeper behind, they were very confident. Now Liam Flynn in the left full position goes long down the line. That's out throw into Gallen. So it's all up to the referee now, say, Paul. Is it as regards
47 gone?
47, yeah. I'd say this could be it. Two minutes played, extra time in the first half, so Ben Moorman is another header. Can't be long much more now, Paul. There wasn't that many stoppages. There's no really stoppages. The only stoppage was for the water break, so I don't know, that was a couple of minutes, yeah. So
this is a good chance for Gallen to get lads in the box.
Well, I mean, and look, and I see here at the back post there's 1-on-1, and Marine Power has done very well. Now Dean is a good lad, but at 1-on-1 anything can happen, you know. Now this is put into the back post. See, he gets a header, you know. He won his header.
See the ref looking at his watch.
I'd say so. He's looking to the linesman now. I'd say this could be it now, yeah. This could be it. So, kick out. Cousin Terry just came over and says, wishing Clive all the best. So, Paddy Brennan again has it on the right hand side. He's closed down by Liam Flynn. It's the last chance at half, maybe for Gallen. The ref looks at the watch again. I say this could be the final play. But they've had put a bit of pressure on the last few minutes, Paul. You know, as you say, it gives them a chance to get something before the break. No. Liam Flynn in the left front throwing, yeah.
Press again from
Pressure, good pressure again, yeah. So now that's half time. So half time, Paul, it's even Stephen, really, isn't it?
It's been an enjoyable
You know,
game.
an
in fairness,
enjoyment
hasn't been
game.
many
There's no
chances, but
real
it's been
real
good, yeah.
chances. Keepers aren't really overworked. Paul had one save to make. Gino had a save to make with a cross, and but nothing really. Like both defences are on top, and it's going to take something special. Either, as I said, either a mistake or something out of the blue, just to because like both defences are comfortable.
Yeah.
Comfortable. There's no real major chances, or nobody really on top. Villa are getting a little bit of joy down the wings. That's where. But by both the full backs for Gallen, William Commons and Lee Moore are doing very well. You know what I mean? But the out ball is always there for Charlie Gilson and Ring Power and Ronan Cassidy. Ronan's kind of playing deeper than, I thought he might be playing more forward. He's playing deeper on the middle. But they definitely have pace with Paddy Grennan, Ring Power and Charlie Gilson. So if they, a ball over the top and, they could be in,
That's it. The only worry for Gallen is the amount of possession they're conceding. They're happy to sit back and let them have it.
Yeah,
but they will get tired if they have to keep working that hard on possession to win the ball back.
Yeah, exactly. So, but are we on? We're still just one thing before we take a break there. I mentioned a while ago there about the Gallen United with the street leagues. That's coming on. That's coming. It's if you go into the links on the Gallen page, and all players from all clubs born 2013 are invited to enter, and it's a kind of a tournament to keep players playing together, and as well as that, then we have Temple Villa have coming up to have their summer football, the summer nursery from age 5 to 6, boys and girls, is starting Monday the 23rd of June, and all the details are on the site. And as well as that, we have the summer football camps, the Maiwadi summer football camps from the 28th of July to the 1st of August, and the second camp is the 18th of August to the 22nd of August. Now all the details from both Gallen and Temple Villa tournaments, underage tournaments, are all on both their sites. So, get the kids out and get them playing, because that's what it's all about. Get the kids, keep them playing and keep them involved with their clubs. Paul, have you written that just before we take a break there?
The street league, it's, as you mentioned there, it's for everybody. You register online, you get put into a category based on your age and gender, and then a random number generator assigns the players to the teams, so it keeps the teams fair and even. There's even number of 12, 11 and 10-year-olds, boys and girls in each squad, and it's Sunday evening. It's good fun, shops open, sun shining.
That's what you want. But just before we go for a break, as I say, I was chatting a while ago to Pádraig Igo, and anybody involved with Temple would know Pádraig, and he doesn't talk about this too often, about the hat-trick he scored in the Counties Cup final in 1974-75 against Cavan Town. But I was chatting this morning about lads that he knew from Gallen, and he knew all the Healy, Eamon Healy and Pascal Healy, Kevin, he knew all the lads, and Seamus Egan, all those guys he knew. But he told me a story. He says that they were playing years ago, Temple Villa, against Gallen, out to Kilcormac Road in a cup game. Gallen were the B team, but at that time you were allowed to play 4 first team players in the B team in the cup. And Temple Villa were playing out to Kilcormac Road against Gallen United, and Park was one of the first team players that was picked. And there was a woman on the line, I won't say whose mother she was, but there was a couple of the lads playing for Gallen, and she was roaring at Pádraig that he shouldn't be on the pitch. He's a first team player, he shouldn't have played. And Pádraig, what happened, Pádraig? She said she hit me with her umbrella. She actually hit him with the umbrella. And so the lads said it was a great crack. But there's always a great bit of history between the teams and some great battles, but that was a great laugh and a joke. And Pádraig said for years later, anytime, even when like Seamus Egan, I think, was sponsoring the team at the time, and anytime he'd meet, he'd know Johnny Guinan and lads like that, and Frank Guinan and Pádraig, and you know, they'd be always saying, "Jez, she didn't hit you hard enough," you know. But it ended up as a great old joke back in the days when Park was playing for Villa, you know.
But without even telling me who it was, I'd have a fair guess of who it might have been.
Well, she was very much involved on the sideline, anyways, you know. But that was the team, anyways, there, Paul. So
I see the name there, Mickey Coughlin, on it. And in fairness to Mickey Coughlin, Mickey is still involved with the club. He helps
brilliant,
coaching our academy. His grandson is on it, and Mickey's down there every Friday evening.
excellent. Well,
Training
that's
the 5 and
great.
6
Yeah,
year olds.
yeah,
So it's
yeah.
great to see that.
That's great. That was the team. That was the first team that played in '76. And that's all the teams. You know them, Paul. Anyways, all those players there. But
Well, I just got a text message this minute to confirm that story about being hit with the umbrella hands. That lady's grandson is after texting to confirm that it is true.
good,
So
good. I didn't know what to say her name, even though Park told me her name. But we leave it at that. But it was great. But as I said, it was a great chat of crack years down through the years. Then when they'd often meet, that I go be told that you weren't hit hard enough, you know. Right, Eugene, we'll just knock her off there for a minute, so and we'll chat. Okay. Okay,
The
grand.
man's criticising me there for the timekeeping.
Timekeeping.
You were
Right.
saying it was up, and it was only 43 minutes gone.
Right, we're ready to go again. Temple Villa kicking off here, second half. Villa were playing with the and the wind is getting stronger as well, Paul. You know, blowing from right to left as we look on, and
Yeah, the assistant referee's gone over as a change for Gallen. Ronan Cassidy's gone off. He's
Yeah,
been replaced by Sean Rosney.
Ronan put in a good shift. Number 10 he put in, and who's coming on?
Sean Rosney, 16.
Sean Rosney, 16 on for 10. Yeah. He'll play in the middle of the park, Paul. He will.
He will, and
Yeah,
he'll play a similar role to what Benny does, but he'll get stuck in.
Yeah,
Put some tackles in the middle, and try and break up the play.
Yeah. Well, of course, was Ronan on the yellow card? Was he?
No, just Charlie
only
with the yellow.
Just Charlie with the yellow. Yeah. So, yeah. I think Charlie might be a bit unfortunate because there was a couple of tackles Ronan had put in, and it was always going to be the next man was going to be booked. And I think Charlie got the Gallen on the attack straight away. On the left hand side, Charlie again coming back again. Good tidy play now. Good start from Gallen. Burden Corcoran. Kieran McNally breaks it, ball over the top. Now it's going to run out again, and that's going to be the same problem.
That's
Those through balls,
a little bit in the first half, couple of offsides, but they played them. But they're going to carry through this half.
Yeah, I think what's going to have to happen is with those types of ball, Paul, they're just going to have to be sort of a diagonal ball. You know what I mean? Yeah. There's no point hitting a dead straight ball because the wind and the hard bounce is just carrying it. So now there's a few more people come in. The crowd is getting bigger. So a lovely, glorious day here. The sunshine was great. Where'd you get it? Great stuff. Now here's Gino's first kick against the wind. Has a good kick, clears the halfway line. It's a good ball. He's in. Green Power is in on the left. Now Aaron Neal is free on the right, but he's nobody. He's on his own. He's on his own.
Here's a good run.
No, he's a diagonal ball there for Darren Nugent. But yeah, he's clever.
I thought it was going to run out, but no.
Yeah, I think he did. Yeah, and then he was I'd say he was half thinking of coming back inside, beating him, but he did well in the end. He just cleared his lines. But as well as that, when he was clearing the lines, Paul, you know, he didn't just clear the lines. He put it well out of play.
He gave him some time to
gave
get
him their back in exactly. Yeah, it was clever. But Temple on the ball now. Kieran McNally back to Liam Flynn. Oh, poor touch. So a throw ball, Gallen in the corner, and it's Lee Moore. Ball down the line. Liam Flynn wins a good header. Ben Moore. Ball over the top. It's a chance there. Was a kind of a first miss header now from Bernard Corcoran. That's the first kind of header he hits it. Now it's Lee Gannon on the right hand side. Mark Gannon. Darren Nugent coming in at the back post. Now it's a poor ball in for Mark. Poor ball. That was a chance. You know, but that was the first header really that Bernard Corcoran did miss, Paul.
Yeah, the wind.
You know, the wind. Yeah, he kind of. I think he got caught under the ball a bit because he's won everything. He's won every header. He's done really well.
Bernard was a late join in the panel this year. He didn't join till near the end of October. I think he's involved with the Forban seniors. So
oh yeah, you know he's a big, a good, big, strong lad. You'd know by him. He'd be, you know.
Bernard was centre back with the team that won the Michael Dolan Cup here back in 2021. I think it was.
Great.
Just back after COVID.
Very good. He's not that old, Paul.
No, he's not mid-20s as well.
Ah, yeah, he's a good. So you know. Now Ben Moore under his header. Damien Rush.
Good strength from
He's
Sean.
done well. Yeah.
Unlucky.
As you said, that was the first we've seen of Sean Rosen. He did well. He got on the ball under pressure, and he did well and got a pass away. You know. There's Mark Gallen as well. Again, Sean Rosine again wins it first time. Now Damien Rush is going on the right hand side. Noel Corcoran again. So throw into Temple Villa down right side. Dean O'Neill plays it inside to Kerr McNally. Handball. Looked like a handball, but Kerr McNally didn't know whether it was intentional or bounce, but yeah. Anyways, the result is a throw into Temple Villa. Dean O'Neill again. The pace of the game seems to slow it a bit, Paul, you know what I mean? There's the ball over the top. Stephen Greer. Oh, he dialed, yeah. Bernard Corcoran again does what he does, clears his lines.
Whether it's deliberate or not for Temple Villa, they look to kind of left just Nugent on his own at the back post with Lee Moore 1v1.
Well, that's it, yeah.
Down that right side.
Yeah, down the right. Well, that's it. Well, like in the first half, it happened with Dean O'Neill and
that looks very soft.
And Lee Power at the back post, and Reen Power got his header in. So if you won and one chance, you know, it's always a chance. Yeah. You know. Right, Gallen and everyone back for this. Temple Villa. They're a bit of a mismatch at the back post now with Liam Flynn. He just could go to the back post, but the danger man would be Ben Moore, number 5 for Temple Villa. You know, it's a good help for Corcoran again. Actually, he's won everything. He's been brilliant. Mark Gannon. Oh, Nuggy again. Darren Nugent's a good header. Mark Gannon did well on the right hand side. There's a ball in, and should have got it on target. He had a free header, you know. So
that's the chance. So
that's the chance. Something like that is, you know, and that came from a mistake from Gallen, from a mistake. So it's going to like a mistake like that. But when you get a chance like that, you just have to take it, you know.
That's the ones when the two wingers get in behind and the flag stays down. That's what
that's it. The chances that come, and as well as that, you have the defenders and forwards all moving back towards the keeper. So the keeper is there, you know, a lot of pressure coming on him. Virginia with a kick again now. Kick out for Gallen. Good ball. Oh, he's unlucky. Ball down the line for Dean O'Neill. Dean back into the keeper. Oh, the keeper. Oh, that was a chance at the back post. Yeah, that was a chance. But then again, I think of the pace of the ball bouncing, the first bounce caught him. But yeah, it's a throw in down the line. Yeah, Gino Salmon didn't move. He was stuck on his line. He kind of, you know,
the ball is moving
so
quick.
He's going slamming. And
of everything you come for, I suppose.
It was a kind of a half a chance for Aaron, and Aaron is normally he's deadly with those finishes, you know. So but again, there are the chances. Sean Rosen does well there, yeah. It's a good ball over the top. In Paddy Grennan, in Liam Flynn. Yeah.
Let's back off Paddy Grennan. Yeah. That's the impact Rosny will have in the middle. He'll win.
He will. And he's built. He's a strong player. He looks like a strong player. So he won't shy out of a tackle. You know. And as well as that, when he won that tackle, he got his head up. Yeah. His first option was to go forward, pass forward. You know, which is good.
That's a good press from Ryan Power again.
Oh, unlucky. Still on it. Reen Power again, back. Cross into the box to the far post. A free header. Oh, unlucky. The flight of the ball caught him with the wind there. But it was a good, positive ball back, first touch into the box. But that's a good battle down Gallen's left-hand side with Reen Power and Dean O'Neill. 2 young lads, you know, good lads, and the two, you know,
Ryan,
they do get
the
stuck.
speed of him, he has an incredible engine. He'll give
they do get stuck in, and you know, they keep going.
In fairness to Temple Villa, regardless of the press, they're still sticking to their way of playing
Ah,
football.
yeah,
They're still
yeah,
going with them
yeah.
short kickouts.
And this is when they could. Oh,
Oh, where to go?
where to go? Yeah, yeah. Well, definitely a mix-up. But that was all it was. One high ball over the top.
That's it.
You know what I mean? So, like Paul came and called for it, but the wind had brought it back
Yeah,
outside
it
the
was gonna be
box.
outside
You
the
know,
box,
he's going
yeah.
out to the box. So if he's
A bit like Dean Henderson yesterday. He could be
yeah,
handling
yeah.
it
well,
outside.
see,
No
like
VAR help today though.
the thing about it is that with Henderson yesterday, some referees. And you know they call it and give it handball. There was a guy sent off during the week outside the box. So the problem is that there's too many inconsistencies.
Yeah.
You know, one week you'll get it, one week you won't. You know,
The only thing with a cup final like that, you have to be 100% sure of a red card.
100%.
You
Yeah,
run the
yeah.
game.
Run a game. Yeah, yeah. I throw in out to Gallen down the right hand side. Lee Moore with the throw in. He goes down the line. Finnerbeline, good thing. Ball over the top by Kieran McNally.
Think he
Bit
won
too
the
much
ball
on it.
down?
No. But no, they haven't seemed to learn either thing because that's like what Gallen were doing in the first half with the through ball over the top or down. The wind was catching it, and Villa are doing the same. You know, they're playing straight balls down, and the wind is catching it, and the bounce is just bringing it on. So. But to be fair to Gallen, when Villa are on the ball or in the middle, they are pressing hard, they're pressing tight, and they're forcing Villa into those long balls. No. Kick out again by Slam. Good. See there again, the ball over the top again. Too much on it. No. Burn Corcoran.
That's a good touch.
That's a good touch, yeah, and he has the pace.
That's the race.
That's a good race, yeah. Yeah, he's done very well. He's done very well. Just closing them down. Villa did well there, closing down now. Ball again into the box. Paddy Green again on it. Paddy. Closed down by Liam Flynn.
He's got to protect it better
Flynn
than
as
that.
well, yeah.
I think if Gallen can do a little bit more of that, keep their foot on the ball, just catch
Yeah.
a breather instead of being chasing and pressing the whole time
Yeah,
without
yeah.
possession. If they can keep it that little bit,
Well, I mean, like,
spell
you know
a
what I
minute
mean?
or two, take the pressure off.
Take the pressure off and just knock it around a bit. Let the ball do the work, So there's the long ball to Aaron O'Neill now.
He's done well there, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's done well. Yeah,
That's a good
yeah.
touch. Good tackle.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Stephen Creer did well there.
He did.
Did well, yeah, yeah. Ball into the far post. You got to win it. Oh, it's a great effort. Great effort.
That all came from Stephen
Rain
Greer,
power,
wasn't it?
yeah.
He
All
won it
came
cleanly.
from Stephen Greer, yeah. And he won the tackle. It was a good tackle, you
Yeah.
know. And the changes here again, isn't
Aaron
it?
was away from him. He done well. He controlled
Yeah.
it. Got a good turn. But in fairness to Stephen, he stuck.
No,
with
it looks like Paddy Grannon has gone off here. 7 has gone off and replaced by
it. Ronan Green, I think.
number 15, is it?
Yeah, I think it's Ronan Green.
Ronan Green. And Paddy, to be fair to Paddy Grannon, he's put in a huge shift.
Yeah.
He did it, in the first half and non-stop running on,
That's
he's
what's in
good.
Paddy. Is 45 minutes, 50
Yeah.
minutes of that kind of running.
Yeah, he put a lot of work in there now, so up and down and defending and clearing his box and then being at the other end, getting crosses in and that.
There's a big reshuffle for Gallen though. Liam
Yeah.
Moore's gone to left back. Ronan Green's coming in on the right, and Willie Cummins has gone up onto the wing.
But I mean, like Lee Moore has gone across on the right, yeah.
So
He did well at right full, Like, I don't know, a right-footed player playing left full, there's a ball over the top of the chest there. He's done well, his first header, yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Damien Rush. And throwing the temple now it's back to Dean O'Neill. Benny McGuinness. Now they'll start again from the back, Temple Villa. Ben Moore. There's a good ball. Unlucky.
That's the diagonal ball.
Yeah, yes, the diagonal ball, you see, and Nuggy stays on side, you know. And it's supposed to be fair to Gallen that a high line, so Nuggy, you know. While Ben Moran wins a good header in the middle of the park. Good clearance again. Yeah. James Crowell. Now back to the keeper, Paul Bannon. Temple will start again, or maybe they go long. They're going long this time. Yeah, another good header. Marcus Kieran McNally. Now Liam Flynn. There's space there. Time for Temple Village. Space in the ball. Kieran McNally again. Back inside to Damien Rush. Benny McGuinness. It's a great ball. A bit much on it though. No, a bit too much again on it. But it was a good move.
Look to box them in here now.
Yeah, it was a good move, Villa, you know, opening them up to, you know, but it's just that ball that it's quick surface is catching them out. But it's interesting to see that Temple Villa haven't made any changes yet, you know. Damien Rush. Now with James Crowell. James plays a good
Villa
wide
still
ball.
look the fresher team though.
They do, yeah. Well, the one thing about them this year, I didn't know, they were very, very fit. To be fair to them, they were really fit. Now, he couldn't be offside. It's a great ball by Dean O'Neill. But there's no one in the box. Nuggy's in. No, another ball, you know. But, like, there's a situation where Dean O'Neill goes through and nobody. No, Darren Nugent coming in from the wing was the only player in the box, you know.
When
You need to
dropping off in the hole, you're just losing that.
you're losing that. You need somebody pressing the near post.
You can see in the replay here, right across the face of the
Yeah,
box.
straight
just
away.
saying, nobody
Like
in
the
there.
one, yeah.
Yeah.
Is that my water or your water, Paul?
That's my one. Yours is the far one.
Oh, it's here behind me, yeah. But yeah, like there's another chance now with Villa down the wings, coming in, you know, but nobody attacking the ball, nobody coming into the box to give Dean an option.
That's a great kick. Good first touch too.
Very good.
Oh, well defended.
Yeah, no, that's Dean O'Neill, but
Stand them up, yeah.
that's been very good with Ring Power and Dean O'Neill.
There's Ryan
Too
working
good.
hard again. Let's
Yeah, you know, two good lads, you know. But I think we can see now happening shortly. I'd imagine you'll see Nazair coming on for Damien Rush. You know, now Ben Moran on the ball. He's onside, has to be. No,
It's a
ball
good sign
beats
for
it
Villa
again.
that they can avoid making the changes this early.
Yeah,
Gallen
yeah,
do look
yeah.
tired and they've had to make
Yeah,
the changes.
they
but
had to,
Villa are
yeah.
still the fresher team.
No, they are, yeah.
Yeah, rough.
Good touch, Darren.
Yeah. Charlie Gibson again causing trouble there. He's getting involved a lot with the game, Charlie, you know. Even though, you know. No. He got away with that one. David Heffernan. Now it's back to the keeper, back to Junior Salmon. Temple Villa pushed right out. Dean, a good header by Dean O'Neill. Damien back to Dean O'Neill again. Slows down Ring Power. It's an excellent ball again. Keeping it well.
Pick it up.
Keeping it very well.
Straight down on the roof of my car.
Put that down to expenses, Paul. You can put that. Dean O'Neill.
They're great runs from deep.
He's getting. That's what Dean will do that all day long. Down, you know, in the right full position.
That's the key to breaking that offside trap, is bringing them runs from deep.
But he'll do that all day long. He's you know, it's a yellow card for Ring Power, yeah.
Lee Moore, yeah.
Is it Lee Moore? Sorry, yeah. But like Dean will do that. You know, he's so quick. He'll do that up and down that line. Because with Ring Power and that, and William Collins is doing well in the left full position, and all of a sudden now that Lee Moore coming over from right full is kind of upset a little bit. You know what I mean? The formation. You know, yeah. And they were doing well. You know, it's a great. You know, if it's not broken, don't fix it. You know, that kind of way. It's not a good ball into the box. You know. Now it's back to Ben Moran again. by Liam Flynn. Aaron Neal. He's not off. He's on. Now Nuggy's cutting in. Nuggy's cutting in. Good ball across the middle. Yes, a great goal. A super goal. Kieran. Now that's where Temple are getting the joy. Down the lines, down the wing. And it was a good ball originally from Liam Flynn to Darren Nugent down the left channel. And Darren did very well. Kept on the ball. And that was the first time really that players got in the box.
Yeah.
You know, there was 4 or 5 blue shirts attacking the ball, and it was a great pullback by Darren Nugent and a fantastic finish by Kieran McNally.
That's the first time Nugent's got down to the byline and got to cut one across.
Yeah,
As you said, the changes that
well,
Gallen made may have made a little bit of a difference there in allowing him.
And as well as that, it's the first time that either of the teams have played a ball into the channel that held up and let the winger run onto it. Everything was that bit far, you know.
Gallen were waiting for offside for the man in the middle, but
Nugent came from inside.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And to be fair, like Ronan Green was sitting deep, the right full. He played Nugent on. He was more looking at Nugent than looking across the line, you know. It's another change now for Gallen.
This is a big one. This is Wayne Dunnigan coming on.
Wayne Dunnigan, number 18, replacing.
This is his first appearance of the season.
Oh.
Wayne's been out for the whole season injured, but he's a real leader for this team. And
I don't know, I didn't see who went off. Wayne. I've just been interrupted by the head Irish Times here beside me, you know.
I think it's Davy Heffernan's gone off.
Kieran McNally.
No, Davy Heffernan's gone to right back. Lee Moore's gone to left back. It's Lee Moore.
But who went off, Paul?
Lee Moore.
Oh, Lee Moore went off?
Yeah,
oh,
so Lee's on the yellow card.
Yeah. Right. Okay. So Lee Moore went off and who did Wayne Dunnigan was it came on?
Wayne Dunnigan came on, yeah.
Yeah. So right, as we go now, Temple Villa 1-0 up. Ball down there by Benny McGuinness. And the Temple Villa management, Foxy in the line, seems to be happy with you know, like I think that's 3 changes by Gallen now. Villa haven't made any changes.
As you said, with the Gallen changes, which were kind of a little bit strange, if it's not broke, don't fix it.
No, well, it's definitely in the left full position, because definitely Lee Moore was doing very well in the left full position. He was doing very well, and he as well as that, he was working very well. William Commons was doing very well, and he was working very well with Ream Power. You know, here we are down the right hand side again now. Another ball into the box.
Oh, well done again, Bernard.
Yeah.
Twice.
Great, yeah, he's done very well. I'm very impressed with him now with Bernard Corcoran, doing very well defensively, you know. And Dean O'Neill, ball into the box again. Another finish. Oh, it's off the post. Darren Nugent hits the post. No, Darren Nugent hits the post.
Well done, David.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was unlucky. That was a good touch to the front post.
But this is this is the time now where Gallen have to be careful, because this game could get away from them, you know.
Yeah.
You know, they need just to settle, get a few passes together, you know.
You're always in it at 1-0, but
you're always in it, but they need to just to get a few touches and get a touch, because that could have been that was a great finish or a great effort by Darren Nugent. And there again, when Mark Gannon when got across down to the byline, there was 3 or 4 blue shirts arriving in the box. We didn't see that in the first half, you know. So
they done well to get to it. I thought
he did, yeah.
From here.
Edge of the box now, and this Benny McGuinness closing down. That's a poor ball.
In fairness to Rushy there in the middle, he's like sand after a day at the beach. He's absolutely everywhere.
Yeah, and you'll see now what happens is Rushy will sit deeper, and Kieran McNally will be slightly in front of him, with Benny McGuinness playing as a real number 10. You know, that's the way they've been playing all season. But what'll happen now, I'd imagine what might happen is, like I can see Nazaire coming on for Benny, and Michael coming on, because as the game stretches, Gallen have to go forward.
Yeah.
And Michael has huge pace.
Well, Benny's not going to win races in behind.
No, he won't. But he'll set them up. But that's good again now from Charlie there. That's another great ball in.
Get there.
Yeah.
Oh,
corner ball. Yeah, did well. Fair juice now to Gallen. You know, they went 1-0 down. Temple Villa hits the post, but they've come back. You know, they've come back.
Don't see them lying down, as you say.
No. That was it. They could have, you know what I mean? So all of a sudden they're back in, and that's a great corner in now. Free header. Oh, Bernard, that was a great header. There was a chance.
That's twice. Is the
That
one
was
man
a
you wanted to land
chance,
to?
yeah. And he had one similar in the first half at the back post, you know. Water break again, yeah.
Water break.
No.
21.
Did we stop with the water break?
I would stop there.
Oh, yeah. No, we better check and see what the count. Here we go, we're back on again after the water break, so this is it now. So, starting off again with a kick out to Temple Villa. 24 minutes gone, second half, and Temple Villa are leading 1-0. But this game is still up in the air, it's anybody's game. You know what I mean? Gallen have come back, after conceding the goal, Gallen have come back into it. You know. So header
Gallen
from.
were very cautious for the first 60 minutes. They just didn't want to concede that goal. But now that
Yeah,
they conceded,
yeah.
they might open
Yeah.
up a little bit and
Well,
actually
they might.
have a go and see
And
what Temple Villa have.
and that's where I think as well, Paul, is that like there's two lads on the Villa bench that will exploit that if Gallen do press. Well, just they have to. You know, it's the final. You know, they have to get a goal. They have to get back into the game. So you know, it might open up a bit. But to be fair to Gallen, they have you know, they've settled down again after the goal and they're back in the game. You know what I mean? Liam Flynn just knocks it out to throw in on the half-hour line on down the right-hand side for Gallen. Ronan Green throwing the line. Aaron O'Neill. Yeah, that was, yeah. So a free for Temple Villa now. Darren Nugent again on the left-hand side. Plays inside, yeah, Ronan, yeah. 3 Temple Villa throw, Liam Flynn, the Villa captain. Down their left-hand side, it just coming up to the Gallen penalty area. He goes down the line to Aaron O'Neill. Did well. Like, I've been impressed now, like, with the Gallen starting four, Lee Moore, William Commons, Stephen Greer and Bernie Corcoran have been very good, Paul. You know, I know. Yeah, but like,
playing on that senior team since he's 17.
yeah, but as you said, like, they were very solid and very steady, and all of a sudden they're after making 3 or 4 changes. Commons is gone, Lee Moore is gone, so all of a sudden it's a kind of a, you know, they don't seem to be as
transition of finding
yeah,
their
but they
feet
don't
has
seem
cost
to
them
be
the goal.
as kind of in you know, clued in as
Yeah.
the original back four. Now they are doing well, like your man, the two lads in the centre, Stephen Greer and Bernard Corcoran, are winning every header, doing everything. But then when Villa get down the channels, down the line, there's nothing the centre halves can do.
No.
because
they've got the goal and they've hit the post.
Yeah,
They're
they're going
balls in them channels.
they're going to be along the ground. They're going to be facing their own goal. So there's like, and it was Bernard Corcoran again now. Kick out from Gino Salmon to Bernard on the left side, knocks it in. He's done well again. Reem Power's done very well. Yep.
Fairness to Dean O'Neill there, he blocked off well.
He did, yeah.
Give him room to run down.
That's
the run he wants.
it's a great battle that between the two of them. Two good, honest players, you know. Oh, running green down the right hand side for Templeville as a poor ball. Liam Flynn did very well. It's a ball down. Aaron O'Neill in the channel. Benny McGuinness. Oh, Benny is.
Well done, Stephen.
Stephen Greer did well again. Back to Gino in the goal. Throw in. Liam Flynn. Oh, Benny did very well. Rushy did very well. Darren Nugent, he's off.
There's the flag.
Yeah, he's off, yeah. A good high line again by Gallen. But they were caught once like that, but, you know. That's be a yellow card for Darren Nugent. You know.
It was clever from Bernard because I don't believe he wanted to play.
Well,
that
I don't
pass.
know. I think Darren Nugent just ran in front of him and he played it off him. So I mean, some of these, you know, they're kind of ridiculous rules. So what are you supposed to do? You can't get out of the way. Darren had his back to play, so he didn't know. No, it could have been clever by Darren, or it could have been, you know. But the bottom line is a yellow card anyway. So
Gallen have got to contest them balls in the middle. That's three. Any of them three could have won that ball there with no pressure.
Yeah.
The steam seems to be gone out of the middle.
Well, yeah. Well, you see, I thought in the first half, Ronan Cassidy was doing a huge amount of work, you know, in the middle of the park for Gallen. You know, he was picking up the second balls and he was getting in. So, and then when you make 2 or 3 changes and you have 2 changes in the middle, it kind of takes a while to get, you know. Kieran McNally giving out about something there. Throw into Gallen on the left full position. Inside. Ball over the top, Ben Moore. Yeah, Ben will win that header. Nuggy, ball again down. So now with Bernard Corcoran in centre half, he's going to go right full. There's a poor ball. Poor ball.
Well read by Stephen.
Yeah, Stephen graded well, yeah. Like that's kind of, it just shows you how well, like, the likes of Bernard Corcoran and Stephen Greer, like, Bernard makes a mistake there and the first person in to help was Stephen, you know. They're good as a pair. 2 centre halves are good together, you know.
Well read again, Bernard.
Yeah, done very well. Yeah. Right, James Crawford back, Paul Bannon. Paul does well, eyeing the ball. Just bounce could beat him. Darren Nugent is in. He's in. Oh, and look, he took it away from the keeper.
Good cover, Bernard.
Oh yeah, he did well, Bernard. Again, he's been excellent. He's been very, very good. But there again, that was just one long ball from the keeper over the top. You know? Yeah. But the one thing there that I will say, that nobody shouted at Bernard that there was a man on behind him, you know. He could have been letting it go. Well, Mark is on.
Here.
He's on. Now who's getting across? Oh, what a chance. What a chance. Temple Villa, 2 chances. 2, great work. Mark Gannon stayed on side, did very well. Got to the byline, pulled it. Aaron Neal mishit it. Everybody went and Liam Flynn put it over the bar when it was easier to score.
Unfortunately for Liam, that could be a bit of a YouTube hit now.
Well, you know. Now free now in the middle of the park to Gallen. Oh, that was a chance. 2 chances really for Temple Villa to put the game to bed. And now, like as you say, Paul, at 1-0, the game is still up. You know what I mean? Now, the ball into the box.
You'd have to wonder Gallen not putting Bernard Corcoran forward for that kind of a ball and put it in there. That's
the
type of chances that you
Charlie's
get.
doing well
He's won
again.
2 headers already. That's in. Oh,
it's a great effort.
Lucky.
Was that? I think it was Charlie Gilson, was
No,
it?
that's Wayne Dunican.
Oh, Wayne, yeah,
his first
he
shot
should
in
have
12
come on,
months.
yeah, and he did, and that ball was dipping.
It was.
It was dipping. Paul had given it up, you know. That just goes to show you the Temple had 2 chances to put the to go 2-0 up, and 1 chance then, and the game. There was 2, you know, that's 1 shot, you know, hits the crossbar. But to be fair, Paul, to Gallen, like, that's twice to come back after a great chance by Villa. They're back in the game, you know.
Yeah.
You know. Damien Rush. Good ball again by young Heffernan. A good ball, yeah, out to the line. This is the danger man now. Ringing Power on the right hand side once again. Yeah. I think he bought that one. A good player, as you say, Paul, Wayne Dunigan, a good lad. You know, he's come on. He's been out for a year. He's a very, very good player. So he's only back, but you can see, you know, he's a clever player.
He is.
You know, you can see, yeah.
He's been a big loss to them this year.
Yeah. So like,
he's fought hard to get back from knee injury and
but it's great. But it's great to see players that are coming back from injury and playing. You know, it's a dangerous situation now for Temple Villa. Free kick. I think he's going to have a goal. Is it? No, poor. That was a kind of. Would you call that a centre half shot, Paul? Would you?
And that's his natural position. To be fair.
Now this is the ball over the top again. He has to win it. 2 of them are in. Aaron Neal on the left hand side. Aaron's to the box. Now Aaron's left. Good save, great save by Gino. But that's twice now Paul Bannon has cleared his lines over everybody. Defenders mistimed the ball and Templeville were in 2-1 there. Like, there are chances where with the game with 1-0
there, he sold them on the right.
Yeah.
In fairness, good effort.
Yeah, but with the game with 1-0 you can see what can happen, you know. If you don't put the game to bed, you know, you're allowing the opposition to the game to near a ball from Benny. But he's gone. He's injured. He's gone. Yeah. He's injured. Yeah. He's gone. Yeah. William Commons says he's gone. Yeah. He is. Yeah. Well done, Will. Fair play. Yeah, it looked like his hamstring was gone. He stopped very sudden, but and he didn't.
His father's hamstrings were made of spaghetti.
And he didn't even get a rub of the magic sponge, Paul. You know, so. But you can imagine, you can see on the hard ground how it is possible.
Yeah.
The next time he gets a run now, you'll see. Gallen of men over here. Damien rushed it very well. Yeah. Gallen are pushing on now, and Villa are playing very deep. No. Gino Salmon again. Gino, good kick on him, yep. Plays it wide out. Dean O'Neill again. Wins a good header. Young David Heffernan has done very well again. Yeah, done very well, yeah. 50-50 here. Well done. Darren Newton done very well. He's done excellent.
He had to be careful too. He's on yellow. He don't want to
the
ball.
That's very good now. Very close control from Benny and Aaron O'Neill. Liam Flynn on the ball here on the left. He goes back to Ben Moore. Ben plays it back to the keeper. Great pressure again from Charlie Gilson. Great pressure from Charlie. Oh. Nearly turned into a good ball. It was a long ball again. Now what seems to be happening is Villa seem to be definitely going long. They're playing the ball in over the top. They got the bounce again, beat him. Yeah, but he still did well to get back on it. Now it's David Heffernan again on the ball, knocks it inside. Wayne, does well, knocks it back. They're keeping the ball well.
That's good, yeah.
Keeping the ball well, and they're opening up. They're not panicking. You know what I mean? That, I don't think
That's
he'll
the
get that.
commentator's
No,
curse there now,
Cornell's
this is what
curse.
I'm
Yeah, yeah. You know, but you could see what he wanted to do. You know, he wanted to play in the full back. You know. So
Another change now.
another change. Yeah.
Shane Coughlin, I think, is it?
Shane, is it Shane Guinan that's coming on, or
No. Sorry, Colin Murray.
Colin Murray?
Yeah.
Who's going? Damien Rush is. Yeah, Damien is going. Damien's going, and Michael Lowe is coming on. Yeah, and who's gone for
So Willie Cummins is gone. That injury.
the left? Yeah, it was. You can see him. He's
So he's
pulling up
gone.
there.
So Davy's back on the wing now again. Davy's in his third position for today.
Yeah, and who come on there?
Colin Murray.
Colin Murray with
You
13
won't
come
miss
on.
him, nearly
Oh, you have
7
two.
foot
You have two changes now. You have Michael O coming on for Aaron O'Neill, and Nazar coming on for Damien Rush.
This is the pace in behind now that you were talking about.
This is Michael is the pacing behind, and Naz is very good on the ball. He's very good close control, excellent. He played League of Ireland with Longford, and he played with Athlone, and I think he was away. He wasn't at training for a while, but he's been very, very good all season.
How did he find his way to Temple Villa from?
Exactly, yeah. I promised him. I promised him.
Someone give us that now.
I promised him he'd get back to League of Ireland football. I know he's a good lad. He's a good lad.
Great
Oh,
first
clever,
touch.
yeah.
Well done.
Now here we are, number 8, David Hefton again. Good ball in. Good ball in.
Well
Paul
defended.
Ballon does very well, yeah.
He did. He kept him off the
Yeah,
keeper
and
there.
I'm
It was great
surprised.
defending.
I'm just one thing I'm surprised at as well, Paul. Like that sun is in Paul's eyes. He doesn't have a hat on him. You know what I mean? You know. No. Michael puts him under pressure. Yeah. Liam Fleming jump in. Oh, he did well. Did well.
That's good football.
Good
Until
ball
the
over
final
the top.
ball, just
Yeah.
lacking.
Did well again. Paul's position was well, but the ball over the top. You know, a great. Look at the great pressing by Ringing Power again. It's unbelievable. You know.
He has a,
You know.
he's as honest as the day is long.
But
did that all day.
he hasn't stopped. He hasn't stopped running. You know, he's putting. The other players would kind of just let that go, and you know the ball is gone. But when you put a guy under pressure, all of a sudden they're rushing it. There's Michael now to Nazir. Nazir inside,
ball.
a great ball. A corner
Lovely
ball,
ball,
yeah,
yeah.
good.
Great reverse
Mo-
pass.
Listen, I can see the changes there when William Collins has switched and when Lee Moore first went left full to right full. That Temple Villa are definitely getting better options down the channels. They're coming in on the right hand side. You know, they're playing the 1-2s and they're getting in along the byline on the right hand side.
In fairness to Colin Murray, he's built more like a centre half. He
Yeah,
will deal with
yeah.
all them balls in the air. And
Oh,
that's not what's coming down.
No,
the right-hand side.
and that's it. And there's a ball from Naz.
Oh, jeez,
You
those
look
things.
at every ball that came into the box for Stephen Greer and Bernard Corkin in particular has won every ball in the air, every ball. But as you say, when wingers are getting to the byline and they're pulling the ball low across the line, that if centre halves are facing their own goal, you know, all of a sudden they have to change their feet. They'll deal with balls all day long in the air, but it's different when the ball is on the ground, especially running back facing your own goal. But listen, still 1-0. This game is still in the melting pot. So Michael Owen the ball now. He plays it back to Croxy. So now throwing out on the left full position to Gallen. I don't know how does time, Paul.
It's just 5 minutes now.
5 minutes plus whatever the referees added on. So
You'd wonder at what point Gallen might just throw caution to the wind now.
yeah. This is
Someone like Bernard Corkin
this
further up the
is
field.
a big chance. A big chance or a big time for Gallen now. Just 5 minutes. But like as you say, like 5 minutes to go. I mean, you know, if you lose by 1-0 or lose by 2-0, what does it matter?
Yeah.
You know, I'd be putting Bernard Corkin up front, do a Harry Maguire on it, and go up front,
That's it.
and put pressure because to be fair, Ben Moore and James Crowell haven't been put under pressure with high balls. You know.
Well, the 2 times Bernard Corkin got himself in the box, he won
Yeah,
both headers.
he won
and
2 headers. Yeah,
dropped them narrowly
and
wide.
he was doing so well defensively with the headers. Like they were good chances.
Yeah.
You know, for a guy that's well able to head the ball. You know.
Go on, Davy. That's a good touch.
Over the top.
Go on again, Davy.
Oh, it was unlucky. That could have went anywhere.
Yeah, it was good, brave play.
That could have went anywhere. Now on the ball, Nazar. Nazar on the left hand side. Benny. Again, the out ball is Darren Nugent again. Will he get it? That bounce is going to beat him. No. So it's throw in again to Gallen down in the right full position. Stephen Greer. Back to James. Long ball, Dean O'Neill's ball. He heads it back. A good ball to Naz. Back to Dean again. Benny is clever. Yeah, Benny's clever. No, he's too clever. Tried to be too clever there, Benny.
He's going in the book for that one.
Yeah.
Now get Bernard forward.
Yeah. But like that was a time there where Benny just lets the ball off, pass it rather than trying to be too clever, because like one thing Gallen will do, they won't give it up. They're fighting for every ball, so let the ball do the work. Benny knocks that ball wide, and all of a sudden, now they're under pressure. Free kick.
Oh, well, it's a poor touch.
He's running green. That was poor from especially when all the centre halves, the big lads have gone forward and they play a short ball. Poor ball from Darren Nugent. Yeah.
Come on.
It was Nazar in the post. Michael scores. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, it was a good ball. Now that's the second goal, but that came from the free kick for Gallen in the centre of the park. But the centre of the park, and of all the players, Wayne Dunnigan, on the ball, Stephen Greer had gone forward, Vernon Corcoran had gone forward, the big lads had gone forward. Now it's great when it works out. You play it to the full back and he gives himself a bit of an angle to cross the ball. But all of a sudden that goal occurred and the centre halves were missing. They were trying to get back, but not take away from the work that was done and the finish. Work from there, the two, the byline, Darren Nugent. But as I says to you, Paul, there's the thing, the two subs that come on, Naz and Michael, they're very, very good. Now,
but the chances Temple had early in the half, they didn't have someone in the box, and the two goals.
No, and that's it. Yeah. Well, maybe they copped on that you have to get forward. You know what I mean? You have to get forward. But Troy now, Michael down the channel. So 2-0 Temple, maybe 3 minutes plus whatever the ref will add on. Temple now just need to hold out.
Now, but it might be just a little bit too late.
Well, that's it. I'm surprised that he wasn't pushed forward quicker, because, in all honesty, there was no pressure put on Ben Moore nor James Crowell. And they definitely had the players on the wing to get the ball into the box. Thrown to Temple Villa, Dean O'Neill throws it in Michael's feet. Dean O'Neill again, ball over the top. That definitely seems to be the out ball for Temple Villa in the second half. They're playing over the top, and Darren Nugent is getting great joy, Paul. Coming on, on the left hand side, coming inside. And even like Mark Gannon from midfield, the number 7 with Temple Villa, he's running onto second balls from the middle and getting joy down the right hand side.
In contrast to the first half, those deeper runs is keeping them on side, whereas they were just trying to feed in too tight a space in the first half. We're just reaching the 90 minutes now, so it's down to the referee. And in fairness, you can't really argue Temple Villa have been good value for their win. They've hit the post and they've forced a couple of good saves from Gino. They've had the better chances. Other than Gallen hitting the crossbar and Bernard Corcoran with a couple of headers narrowly wide, they haven't created enough to win the game today.
All gone.
That's still in. That's good pressing again from Charlie Gilson. Gives away the free. And in fairness to Charlie, you can't argue with his work rate up top. He's chased everything down. Chances just didn't fall, and he's the one man you want him to fall to up there, because, as Brian said, top scorer this season with 9 goals. He's the man you want to give him the chances, but they just haven't fallen to him today. His work rate, he's deserved a chance or two, but he hasn't got them.
That's a change now for Temple again. Donovan Hernbach coming on, and Darren Nugent put in a great shift. He's gone. Change is done very well. The Celtic game. But Donovan's another guy. He's plenty of energy and plenty of running, But
well, he can conserve it now, anyway, because he only has a minute or two. That's a good header again, Stephen. In fairness to both centre backs for Gallen, they've done well today. Bernard Corcoran and Stephen Greer. They've dealt with anything that's come through the middle. Unfortunately, both goals have come from down the channels with cutbacks, and there's not a whole lot you can do about that from centre back. It's out for the kick out. Coming up on 47 minutes now. In fairness, I don't think there'll be a huge amount of stoppages.
Now, coming near the end of the game now, but just a special mention to the Villa captain, ex-captain from last year and this year, Shane O'Neill, great player, great centre half. But a happy birthday to Lyra, right? And Terry's grandchild. Terry was here doing the photographs, but it's a great occasion. The O'Neill family, Temple Villa winning on Lyra's birthday. So happy birthday, Lyra. Now, but that's a great chance there again for Wayne Dunnigan. So happy birthday to Lyra. Terry has all the presents wrapped up. He'll be there shortly. But so now,
all in all, it's been a fantastic
it
season for Villa.
listen, it has been brilliant, you know. And I know fair play to Gallen as well. They put a huge effort in, and you know what I mean. And as you say, Paul, it's great to see some of the players coming back and they're getting their team back. You know what I mean? Like definitely next year, like Gallen will go close. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, in fairness to me, he said at the start of the year it wasn't going to be those games that you might expect to win that they won't win. And things. Oh, here's a chance now.
Michael is in. Yeah.
Great.
Michael is in. Yeah, great finish again. That's Michael's second goal. Michael will do that all day long. He'll come, he'll beat lads, he'll beat players, and he'll finish. You know, but a bit sort of unfair on
3-0 might be a little bit harsh, but Villa, they're full value for their win.
You see, they took their chances. I don't really think Gallen didn't really have a real massive
two headers in the box.
Two headers, but you know, and like, but still, it was a good contest. And the people who say 3-0 result, handy for Temple, but it wasn't anything. But you know what I mean. So then there goes the final whistle. Temple Villa have retained their Michael Dolan Cup. With a 3-0 win today. A good performance, good win, good game, good open game. Plenty of good, honest play. Nothing, no bad tackles, no nothing. So it was great day. Paul,
very enjoyable. Disappointing result from Gallen's point of view. But in fairness, you can't argue Temple Villa were a better team. They deserved their win. And fair play to them. It was a great season for them.
Great
to come out with a double.
Yeah. So no, a double at the end of the year. Same as last year. We won this last year, and we kind of, you know, we kind of fell away a bit in the league. But listen, Villa have won the league. You know, won the cup, so everybody is happy out of Villa, you know. And fair play to Gallen, they put a great effort in, and it's a great club,
season. They've brought through a lot of young lads. It's the first season playing adult football, and credit to Lee Fury, the manager.
Brilliant.
He stuck to his principles at the start of the year. He could have gave up on the idea and played more senior lads, but he gave everyone.
No, that's what it's all about. That's what the whole thing is about. Yeah, that's great. Anyways, I'm going to say good luck and well done, and thanks, Paul, for your effort, you know, and Eugene, thanks for everything. So I'm going to hope to see you back here. I get a job once a year, you know, but that's my third year doing it. So hopefully now we're back at another shout next year.
Well, I'll happily do it with you if Gallen are
Cheers.
back again.
Excellent, Paul. Well done. Thanks for everything. Okay. Thanks, Eugene.